And a very good afternoon to you from me, your host, Alex Nyman, here today with your weekly dose of jazz and contemporary world music. And I'm going to be bringing you that for the next 1.5 hours. So stick with me, hopefully, please, until 1:30. I'm kicking off today with some nice Christian McBride trio. And this is that wonderful, wonderful old standard called East of the Sun and West of the Moon. What a beautiful way to start the program, if you don't mind me saying so. What a beautiful way to start the program. Very, very laid back. Beautiful bass playing there by Christian McBride, and certainly one of my favourite bass players. Just plays so melodically when he's soloing. Just kind of feels like almost like a horn player in terms of the melodic content of his playing. Anyway, it's a fantastic day outside. Of course, if you're watching this as a repeat at some point, then obviously it might not be a fantastic day outside. It might be an evening. Who knows? But all I can say is right now, on Monday the 1st of February, it is absolutely beautiful outside, and very welcome weather for sure, for all, I'm sure indeed. What was I going to do? Oh yes, here we go. As usual, I have a very varied selection of music today for you from A to Z, everything in between. This is another standard actually, and this is a beautiful standard called Star Eyes, and this is from a very, very well-known New York trombone player, a guy called John Fedchock, who I had the pleasure of meeting a number of years ago over here in New Zealand when he came over for some workshops and playing with the big band that we had at the time. And he is indeed a fabulous player, and is also an incredible arranger as well. Always has the very, very best players in his band. This is not his big band, this is actually his New York Sextet. This is the John Fedchock New York Sextet with Star Eyes. And that was Star Eyes. Yes, Star Eyes, John Fedchalk, New York Sextet. And that was from his album Into the Shadows, if you fancy checking that one out. Fantastic trombone player, great arranger. He arranged that one. Marvellous playing. Now then, where was I going to go next? Oh, I know where I was going to go next. I was going to go along with Ciora. Oh, sorry, not Ciora, Ciora. And here it is. It's Lee Morgan. Original Lee Morgan. Fantastic trumpet player. Unfortunately, no longer with us. Died very young. Probably best known for his playing with John Coltrane on Blue Train on that album. But I mean, he was a marvellous player in his own right, and technically absolutely superlative trumpet player. And as I say, this is one of his original tracks, and this is called Ciora. Ciara there by Lee Morgan, and that was it, featuring, of course, also the unmistakable sound of Hank Mobley on tenor saxophone. Herbie Hancock was playing piano, Larry Ridley on bass, and Billy Higgins on drums. Yes, what else have we got to play on this? Actually, you know what? Since I was just talking about the Blue Train album, it just so happens that I happen to have the Blue Train track right here. So this is indeed featuring Lee Morgan with Blue Train on Blue Train, track. And again, one of those just iconic albums from a jazz musician, John Coltrane, who released a few iconic albums, to say the least. This is certainly one of them. This is the sort of playing that absolutely was mind-boggling at the time, and still, in many respects, is. This is John Coltrane, Blue Train. Blue Train with John Coltrane, fabulous, an iconic track off an iconic album. Yeah, let's carry on now with another one of my very favourite saxophone players, a guy called Joe Henderson. one of the most understated, probably one of the most modest saxophone players ever to have lived. As usual, unfortunately, he's also passed quite some time ago. But he was absolutely immense, a real giant of the jazz world as far as saxophone players go, and really totally unique in terms of his approach and his playing style. One of the interesting things about Joe, other than the fact that he's just the most awesome player, was that a saxophone player's dilemma is a choice of mouthpieces, and mouthpieces are very big in the saxophone world. And being a saxophone player, I speak from experience, and having spent thousands and thousands of dollars on mouthpieces that one tries for a while and then sells and buys another one. It's called gear acquisition syndrome, or GAS. Some guys have it, some guys have it a lot. Most saxophone players have it a lot. And so anyway, talking of Joe, with the very first saxophone that he ever got, Selmer Mark 6, and with it came a mouthpiece, and he thought, well, since that's a mouthpiece that comes with the saxophone, it must be the right one for it, so I'll keep on playing that. And he did, and unbeknownst to him, it was actually just the bog standard Selmer classical mouthpiece, and he turned it into a bit of an iconic mouthpiece, if you will, because it does give a particular sound. I played one myself many times, and I know just how amazing they are. But unfortunately, they're not loud mouthpieces, so if he was standing in the corner of a room, you probably wouldn't hear him, even if you were standing in the same room with him. So you have to actually see videos of Joe playing. You'll often notice that the microphone that he's playing into is stuffed well down the bell of his tenor, so people can actually hear him. But what a great sound he had as well, all to do with the shape of the mouthpiece. The internal chamber setting is called a horseshoe chamber. I won't go into too much detail because it gets a bit tedious. But having said that, that's what Joe played on, and he never changed. The only thing he did change is when he got his Mark 6 was unfortunately stolen from him. I can't remember how actually happened. It was stolen out of a car, and he had to move on to something else. I can't remember exactly if he ever got that saxophone back. I think he might have done, actually. Anyway, such a shame. And anyway, so let's go on. This is one of his original tracks, and this is called Jerinkisha. Joe Henderson there with Jinrikisha, and featuring Kenny Dorham there on trumpet as well. What else shall we play on this wonderful day outside? I keep bursting through. No, I keep running through to the kitchen just to make sure that the sun's still shining. And it is, and it's wonderful out there. It's so beautiful. I'm so happy to see the sun. Really am. Weather's been really changeable. It's just sort of. I remember a couple of nights ago we actually had the heating on in the house because it was so cold. It was really freezing, and we're down in Greytown. It's always lovely, more often than not, it's pretty warm there. But man, it was something just suddenly burst through from the south. I think it was incredible. Anyway, not today though. No heating on tonight, I'm hoping. Anyway, let's get away from the weather. My wife loves the weather. And let's move on to a wonderful lady. Her name is Terry Lynn Carrington, and she is a fabulous drummer. Here's a little track from her. This is called Little Jump.
Let's give it up for Herbie Hancock, Wallace Roney, Gary Thomas, Bob Hurst, Paul Bollenbach, and Terry Lynn Carrington.
Little jump there by Terry Lynn Carrington on drums. That was also featuring there Herbie Hancock, Gary Thomas, Bob Hurst, Paul Bollenbach, and Wallace Rooney on trumpet. Fabulous drummer. Great track. Really enjoy that. What else we got coming up? Yeah, there we go. That's the track. I have my playlist in front of me, and sometimes the track that I have in my mind suddenly escapes me, and it's not escaped me any longer. It's back at the very forefront of my mind, and it's standing there right in front of me. This is the very well-known band called the Yellow Jackets. They've had a varied lineup over the years, generally with the terms of the reed player in the band, gone from all sorts of guys over the years. They've eventually settled with Bob Mintzer, who's been with them probably now for about 15 years, maybe a little bit longer than that. And this is actually a track with them, with the WDR Rundfunk big band, the German Westdeutsche Rundfunk Orchestra big band. And they do a lot of albums with various guests, and obviously this is one of them with the that they did with the Yellow Jackets. And this is a track called Revelation. Wow, what a great track. Revelation there by the Yellow Jackets with the VDR big band over in, I think they're based over in Cologne, actually. Yes, I'm pretty sure. In fact, I know they are based in Cologne, over in Germany. And very wonderful they are indeed. Now then, where was that other track came out? See, I can tell you, every time I have this sort of mood in mind that I want to play something, and then I put something else on, and of course it all goes out of the window. Fortunately, it's come flying back through the window, and this is I'd like to occasionally play tracks by vocalists, as you know. not occasionally. I love vocalists, and some more than others, and this particular lady more than anyone else, I think. Her name is Ella Fitzgerald, one of the most incredible jazz singers I think I've ever had the pleasure of listening to. She's just incredible. And this is a Beatles track, and she sung this live on the Ed Sullivan Show on April the 28th in 1968, 2 days after my 8th birthday. What about that? If I'd have known that at the time, I would probably listen to it. I was probably too busy listening to the Beatles themselves, no doubt. Okay, Can't Buy Me Love, Ella Fitzgerald.
Here is Ella Fitzgerald, one of the all-time greats.
Can't buy me love, can't buy me love, can't buy me love. Buy you a diamond ring, my friend, if it makes you feel alright. I'll get you anything, my friend, if it makes you feel alright. For I don't care too much for money, 'cause money can't buy me love. I'll give you all I've got to give if you say you love me too. I may not have a lot to give, but what I've got I'll give to you. For I don't care too much for money, 'cause money can't buy me love, can't buy me love. Love can't buy me love. Yeah, say you don't want no diamond ring, and I'll be satisfied. Tell me that you want those kind of things that money just can't buy. For I don't care too much for money, 'cause money can't buy me love. I don't want money. Yeah. Woo! I don't want money. For I don't care too much for money. Money can't buy me love. Say you don't want no diamond ring, and I'll be satisfied. Tell me you don't want nothing, I'll be satisfied. For I don't care too much for money, 'cause money can't buy me love. No, money can't buy me love. Woo. Money can't buy me love. No, no money. Buy me love.
Just such a terrific singer. takes a Beatles classic like that, and of course that was not that long after it would have been released anyway. So it's just incredible. Just turns it into a completely her own thing. Obviously, the arrangers of the big band kind of like make it happen as well, but just the way that she improvises with the vocal part, it's just amazing. Anyway, let's get on with another a fabulous arranger. His name is Quincy Jones, a legend, of course, worked with everybody. Michael Jackson actually created Michael Jackson thing, I guess, really, you would say, like with Thriller and all that sort of stuff. That really was largely to do with Quincy Jones. I mean, obviously Michael Jackson helped as well, but nevertheless, Quincy was the arranger, and he did all the stuff behind the scenes. An amazing player, an amazing arranger. This is a track, and this is called from him. This is called Evening in Paris. That was from the album called This Is How I Feel About Jazz by Quincy Jones, and that was a track called Evening in Paris. I don't have any details about the players on there. I honestly really can't recognise the tenor player. Yep, really not sure, and I certainly don't recognise the flute player. Unfortunately, never mind. We'll move on, and I'm going to play some jazz that I actually put together this little playlist for a recent gig that I had over at Grava Vineyards in Martinborough. During that meandering through the vineyard sort of thing, they have four, I can't remember now, it was 4 or 5, 4 different coach loads of people come through. They stop for an hour, they sample all the wines and that they make, and then they have food and bits and pieces, and then they jump back on the coach and go off to the vineyard. So it's quite interesting to see the state of people coming through. Most people are actually really quite good, even though they've been drinking wine from about 10 o'clock in the morning. The last lot come through at, I think, at about 3:30, 3:45. And it's all over bar the shouting by 5 o'clock. But some years it's been quite interesting. People have been extremely merry and wouldn't let me finish my set because they wanted to dance. So I had to put lots of music on for them. I think that was last year. But this year they're very, very, very well controlled, and just sat down and sort of chatted and had a nice time. So it's a great day with Carla and Alistair over there in Grava Vineyard. If you ever get the chance to go over there, do try their wines. They are absolutely fantastic. I'm a big fan of their dessert wine. It's amazing, just absolutely delightful. As is their Pinot Noir. So Grava, Grava, Grava Vineyards over there in Martinborough. Carla and Alistair, a wonderful thing. Anyway, I put this little set list together just as a little background music for when I stop playing, give them a break from me, and this is the sort of stuff I was playing.
Je ne sais vibrer qu'en paratonnerre. Je suis condamnée à l'éclair, la foudre éphémère. Car si l'on m'aime, l'on doit me consumer. Mais demain, oui demain, j'en fais le serment. J'ouvrirai les yeux, mes 2 yeux tout en grand, sur un bel homme, un bel amant, qui laissera ma vie sauve tout en m'aimant. Je me suis cassé les dents, le nez sur bien des affaires, de cœur trop pincé, de mœurs trop épicées. Car pour me plaire, l'on doit me consumer. Mais demain, oui demain, j'en fais le serment. J'ouvrirai les yeux, mes 2 yeux tout en grand, sur toi en somme, mon bel amant. Toi qui assis m'attends tout en m'aimant. fibre de verre. Je me suis allumée sans un éclair, sans même un brasier. Juste une lueur à mon intérieur. Ta chaleur a su trouver mon cœur. Mais demain, oui demain, demain, oui demain. Oh, mais demain, mais demain. Et après demain, et après
A little gypsy jazz there from Swing Gitan, that was called, and that was David Grisman, Frank Vinola, and Robin Nolan, and Michael Papillo bringing it to you. Fantastic. Hope that'll make you anise pastis with water go down well with your lunch. Let's I'm going to have to finish now because it's nearly the end of my time. Got about 5 minutes to go, and I've got a track that's 8 minutes and 21 seconds long, so it's obviously I'm going to have to pull that one back just towards the end. But look, it's been fantastic as always having your company this afternoon. It's always a great joy, as always, to bring this wonderful music to you. I hope you've enjoyed my time, your time with me. I certainly enjoyed my time with you, and I hope you carry on having a wonderful afternoon here in the lovely South Wairarapa and the Wairarapa in general. It's a beautiful day out there. Hope the weather is treating you well, and I hope you have a wonderful week ahead. I look forward to your company next week between 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. here on Arrow FM, and see you soon. Cheers. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you.